I gotta tell you, I'm about to blow your mind with some legends you've probably never heard of. You know what's crazy? We're always talking about the same handful of black icons, but there's a whole world of incredible people out there who've been flying under the radar. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into 10 black legends who deserve way more recognition than they're getting. Let's kick things off with Benjamin Zephaniah. Now, if you haven't heard of this guy, you're missing out. He's like the Bob Marley of poetry, but with a British twist. Imagine a dreadlocked wizard casting spells with words about social justice and equality. The man's been turning down OBEs from the Queen because he's too cool for that colonial stuff. I mean, come on. Now it's 1955, Montgomery, Alabama. Everyone's talking about Rosa Parks, right? But there's this 15-year-old girl named Claudette Colvin who did the exact same thing 9 months earlier. Yeah, you heard that right. This teenager was like, nah, I'm not giving up my seat, way before it was cool. But here's the thing, she didn't fit the ideal image for the civil rights movement, so her story got pushed aside. Talk about being ahead of your time. And speaking of being ahead of your time, let me tell you about Yaa Asantewaa. This woman was the original Black Panther, but in real life. We're talking 1900 Ghana. The British are trying to take the golden stool, which is like trying to steal the soul of the Asante people. And who steps up? Yaa Asantewaa, the warrior queen. She's like, over my dead body, and leads an army against the British. Can you imagine a woman leading an army in 1900? That's some next level boss energy right there. Now let's talk about Lonnie Johnson. You know, the super soaker, that awesome water gun that made summers 10 times more fun. Yeah, that was this guy. But wait, it gets better. He also worked for NASA. That's right, the same brain that gave us epic water fights also helped send people to space. If that's not range, I don't know what is. And while we're on the topic of flying high, let me introduce you to Bessie Coleman. This woman looked at the sky in the 1920s and said, yeah, I'm gonna conquer that. First black woman to get a pilot's license, and she had to go to France to do it because America was like, nah, we're not ready for that level of awesomeness yet. She was doing loop-de-loops and figure eights when most people were still figuring out how to drive cars. And that's just scratching the surface, folks. We've got legends hiding in the shadows of history, but you know what? It's up to us to bring their stories into the light. So next time someone asks you about Black history, hit them with some Yaa Asantewaa or Lonnie Johnson facts. Let's make sure these names become as familiar as MLK or Malcolm X, because our history is rich, it's diverse, and it's full of surprises. Keep learning, keep sharing, and who knows? Maybe you'll be the next legend we're talking about.